Hi guys, and welcome to Storytime Friends. I'm Georgia, and today I'm going to be reading Cinderella. Let's get on with the story. There once was a girl whose mother had died. When her father remarried, his new wife brought 2 daughters from her first marriage to the house. These daughters took an instant dislike to their new sister. They threw everything out of her room into the attic. Instead of treating her like a sister, they made her do all the work. Even when she'd finished her jobs, she wasn't allowed to join the rest of the family. Instead, she had to spend her evenings by the dying kitchen fire, warming her hands above the cinders, which is how she became to be called Cinderella. One day, however, the stepsisters received an invitation to a ball at the palace. They were thrilled. Everyone knew that the prince wanted to get married. Perhaps he would choose one of the ladies at the ball for his wife. The 2 sisters immediately set out about making themselves as beautiful as possible. Unfortunately, this was very difficult as, unlike Cinderella, they were rather ugly. On the evening of the ball, when her stepsisters had driven off, Cinderella sat in the kitchen quietly crying to herself. "What's the matter, Cinderella?" asked a voice. Cinderella sobbed, "I wish I could just go to the ball myself." "And so you shall," the voice said. Cinderella looked up, startled. A beautiful lady was standing beside her. "I'm your fairy godmother," she said. "Now, no time to waste. Fetch me a pumpkin." Cinderella did as she was told. Her godmother touched the pumpkin with her wand, and it turned into a golden coach. "Now, 6 mice." Cinderella fetched them, and her godmother turned them into horses to pull the coach. A rat, she turned that into a coachman, and 6 lizards, she turned them into footmen to run behind the coach. Last, it was Cinderella's turn. One touch of the wand, and her rags became a dress, so magnificent it took her breath away. On her feet glittered a pair of glass slippers. "One word of warning, though," her godmother said. "Be home by midnight. At 12 o'clock, your dress will turn back to rags, your coach to a pumpkin, your horses to mice. You don't want the prince to see that, do you? Now, off you go and enjoy yourself." So, here's the pumpkin carriage, the coachman, the 6 horses, the 6 coaches, I think, and that night, Cinderella was the belle of the ball. The ladies, especially her 2 stepsisters, admired her dress and begged her for the name of her dressmaker. The gentlemen all wanted to kiss her hand and dance with her, but the prince fell in love with her at first sight. No one else was allowed to dance with her after that. The minute whirled away, and it was only when the clock began to strike 12 that Cinderella remembered she should be home. "Come back," the prince called. But away she ran. By the time she reached the street, her dress was rags again. All she had left was one of the glass slippers. The other was lost. She didn't know where. That night, Cinderella cried herself to sleep. She knew that life would never be so marvelous again. But that wasn't true. The other slipper had been found on the palace steps. Next morning, the prince went round to the town from house to house, begging ladies to try it on. "If I do not find the beautiful stranger who wore it last night, I will die," he said. At last, he reached Cinderella's house. The 2 stepsisters tried it on. No use. It just didn't fit. Broken-hearted, for they were only a few houses left, the prince was about to leave when he noticed the servant girl. "Madame," he said gallantly, "why don't you try it too?" "Her? Don't be silly," the stepsisters called. But the princess insisted. He'd seen how beautiful Cinderella was. And of course, the shoe fitted perfectly. Spitting with rage and jealousy, the 2 sisters could only look on as the prince knelt and asked Cinderella to marry him. And she did, of course. In this picture over here, this might look kind of like a ghost, but it's actually just her outfit starting to fade away as 12 o'clock became more and more before 12 o'clock. And that's the end of the story. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time on Storytime Friends. Bye!